democracy allows for fair hearing. This is reckless. This is ungodly.
When news break, we engage experts in critical analysis.
Do you see your party coming into power come 2019?
This administration will succeed and succeed well.
You cannot be running a 4-year tenure like you are running a 20-year tenure.
He has done fairly well, especially where insurgency and terrorism is concerned.
Then it gets controversial.
They have a right to their opinion.
Can we, very interesting, gentlemen. Just hold on.
I am about principle and I'm about force.
Now, you see, let me
Let
me say this.
So that our soldiers will be free. We should also ask for justification.
Core Digest, your #1 program for current issues. Welcome back on the program, and now to up close with Gbenga Owoyele, A.K.A. Charisma. Many thanks for joining us on the program this morning. Thank you for coming on Core Digest Extra. Tell us more about Gbenga Owoyele, talking about yourself, how you started, what you're doing, and as a young Nigerian, a lot of people believe that what we have in this part of the world now is that they dwell more on tramadol. They dwell more on Yahoo.
Yeah.
Do we still see young people making it in the country at the moment?
Yes, of course. Gbenga Owoyele is one of those persons, you know, a graduate of electronics and computer engineering from LASU. An engineer.
From LASU?
Yes.
Okay. Greatest last words.
Great.
All right.
Practiced in an advertising firm, starting my career after school.
Okay.
From there to a manufacturing company, African Industry Group. Then now presently at Kremo Construction.
You can't mention the names of those companies because of so that they will not bring bills on my neck.
Okay. So I've been around doing IT for the past 10 years. I left university. There's a decade now. Left in 2008, and after a decade of doing that, I decided that okay, I should do what the likes of Bill Gates are doing. Like he did, he started a foundation taking care of polio in Africa. So if we don't have a lot of money to throw at things like that, then we should look back to the community that made us who we are, the community we grew up that told us not to engage in Yahoo, not to engage in vices of drug and the likes. So we should be able to look back to that community and say, okay, what are the things we can contribute as IT professionals?
Okay, talking about this issue of IT professionals, one wonder that the so-called IT professionals that we have these days, some are into internet fraud. Why did you choose not to go into that, to do something productive and meaningful?
Yeah, upbringing basically. You know, back then my mom would say, if a policeman comes knocking at the door, says you're under arrest, I will hand you over to them. So that's a signal that you don't have anybody to bail you from police custody. So that sends a signal to you when you're doing anything anywhere in the world. You remember that there's no one is going to come around to bail you, so you have to be careful, don't get caught. And of course, whoever gets involved in fraud, sooner or later will be caught. So, and when that day comes, you are very sure that from the family I come from, nobody comes for you. The only time they are going to come for you are like a time like this, you're on court TV, they are proud of you and say, yes, nice.
That's my son, that's my son.
You understand?
Okay, so what are the benefits, aside from all this negative effects of the social media, the internet? What are those things young people can learn on ICT?
Yeah, basically, first is connectivity. The opportunity to communicate with people that are far away. Someone who is online can participate in this program via tweets, by sending messages on Instagram and Facebook and what have you. Also, you can also learn a whole lot. Someone can go on YouTube and learn how to be like Emmanuel, for instance, in another 2 hours. You understand? Something that takes you like 5 years to study mass communication or what have you, you can just sit down there and learn how to do all of this stuff because of ICT. So knowledge is there, connectivity is there, then this seamless way of doing business. You understand? You understand that some of your reporters communicate directly with you via Skype to report news, and ICT made that possible.
And one of those days that you have mails that you have to write a letter.
Yes, thank you very much. That's one of
you,
the things
you wait till age that before you receive the letter. It takes like 2, 4, 5, some weeks.
Yes.
But now it's instant.
Sure.
Now, talking about all of this internet, ICT benefits. Now, talking about community service. Aside from all this, I love young people who tends to impact on the lives of ordinary Nigerians. When a lot of people are shouting, what do I mean by that? There's no money. Everything is scarce. Tell us more about this.
Well, like you said, in life there will be two set of people: those who complain and those who act. For myself, I choose to act than complain. That's why I would prefer to say, okay, yes, things are tough, but out of this scenario, we should be able to carve out something. We should be able to squeeze some juice out of the system and still make life better and smile regardless. So, and the little we are calling little is what make billionaires like Dangote today. You understand? You and I grew up to know the likes of Abiola as the richest in this part of the world, and in how many years later did the game change to another person? You understand? And as we are discussing in the studio today, I'm very sure someone...
That's someone that we just made mention. Let me open the phone line. If I could just get, if my producer can just allow us have one or two calls on this segment before we get to Arawanda or Adewanda to join us on the program again because of our time. If young people can also call to ask one or two questions from you. Back to your line of thoughts.
Well, I feel as we continue to strive as a nation to be better, one of those things we can do for ourselves is to ensure that the little opportunities that are available, we explore them to the maximum. So that at the end of the day, even if there's this scenario of 80-20% that is so talked about, the remaining 20% part of it can make a whole lot of difference. For instance, it is said that those are billionaires in every country are usually 1% of the population.
Okay.
So if you are gunning for that kind of percentage, then you are going to be limited to things you can do. You cannot do what every other person is doing, just like our brother will say, Speed Darlington will say that I am not regular. So if you are not ready to be a regular person, then there's a way, there's an opportunity, there's something to do. Back then, we know how many TV stations we have. But today, Core TV showed us that there's a possibility for us to have more than NTA, for us to have more than all other types. So if that can happen in the number of years we have known Core TV, then, and I'm very sure that that can happen to other fields.
Is there a reward for diligence? Because when you talk about hard work, a lot of people say you don't work hard, you work smart. Is there any reward for being diligent at this time?
This discussion about working
in a country. Okay, we have Ibrahim from Kebbi. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
Talking about the all animals are equal, I'm talking about that. Really, all animals are equal. What somebody from Bauchi was even criticizing about that. And that your title is right. Just leave it like that.
Okay, we've gone past that. What do you have to say concerning the young man seated here, making impact?
Making impact. Okay.
Hello, Ibrahim.
According to what Mr. Man is saying about the internet issue, well, it is very interesting for a young person to reason, to use your initiative to bring a creativity to your community, which will bring impact to the community, not going back to look at either a Yahoo whatsoever. It's totally wrong. It's not the way forward to the country. A way forward to the country to become a creative, that's what takes China far.
All right. Thank you very much, Ibrahim. From Kebbi. So how can people get rewarded in all of this if you're making impact? And a lot of people are telling you that you don't need to do that. There are shorter ways to all things.
Well, as it stands, everybody that has contributed something to the community have their name up there. You can always think, Google them, you can look around and see that they've done this and this in the past. So eventually, somewhere, somehow, success will catch up with them. If they are not appointed somewhere to come and fix something in the private sector, they will be called up by the public sector to fix one or two things. So, and if that does not happen, they have to their name that they've done this and this. Today, we can talk about those who invented the Pinot camera that led to the revolution of what you use in studios.
And I know that's what you also do. You tend to study people to see what they are doing. And at least in a little way of yourself, you get to reward them.
Thank you very much. That is the idea. When we look at what they are doing and we see that, okay, this set of people, group or persons are exceptional in what they are doing, we give them a accolade, we give them a shout and say, yes, we know and we see that you are doing this. So don't give up, keep doing it. One way or the other, if every other thing falls back, they can look back to their shelf and say, oh, there was a time in 2018 that a set of people came together and said, oh, I'm the best in presenting, I'm the best TV around, I'm the best
because
artisan
very
around.
soon we should get some of these accolades even on Core TV News.
Sure. You guys deserve it. I think you guys are that signal to the young generation that there is a past and there's a present, that there'll be a future. So,
well, Gbenga Owoyele, I must say, because of time, I must say many thanks for coming on the program this morning, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you very
Your
much.
advice to young people out there, just 1 minute.
Keep pushing, do something different, and keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive. We'll take another break. When we come back, this young girl will be joining me on the program. Well, her name is Ade Wonder. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.